What's going on today, YouTube? Just was coming on here. I have been asked a few times what my audio settings are or what my OBS settings are or anything like that. So just was coming on to give some info about that and answer those questions for you guys. So let me get, you guys will have to forgive me. I have I have my display capture turned on just to be able to show you guys this. I don't have anything like super advanced as far as my audio settings or, my camera or anything like that goes. I pretty much just run basic audio settings. So I just have this changed to my Go XLR routing. So the system and the chat mic is how you hear my voice, and then also how you guys are able to hear the game audio or whatever audio I have coming from the desktop. Here, I'll scroll down on this if you guys want to see everything, but that's I don't really change anything whatsoever from there. And then when it comes to my camera, had a question of if I had any sort of settings and what camera I use and all that stuff. On all of my other videos, I was using the Logitech C920 Pro, I believe it was. Just the basic, USB camera. And then I finally decided to upgrade to a Razer Kiyo Pro, and I definitely enjoy the quality of it, and it actually supports 60 FPS, and it has some built-in settings on it. However, what you guys see on my screen is actually very different, because I have another program running that actually allows for background blur and all of that to be in effect on it without having to pay for some other sort of software or use a green screen or anything like that, or have like a Sony A7000 or whatever they're called. So the program that I actually use is called Nvidia Broadcast, and Nvidia Broadcast allows you to, actually, I'll just open it and then I'll show you guys what it can do. Okay, okay, so this is Nvidia Broadcast, and you have control over your microphone. You have control over any sort of noise effects. I don't do anything with that because I found it actually causes issues, not just in my headphones, but in game and stuff like that. So the only part of this that I touch is beta, or the camera beta, and the USB device is just the Razer Kiyo Pro, and 1080 60 FPS is what I have mine set to. So this is what it would look like. I have the background blur strength as low as it will go, but this is what it looks like when it's all the way up. If you're using a more cheap, quote unquote cheap webcam, it's going to be very streaky, as you guys can tell with the color fading and all that stuff as I'm moving my arm around, or where it covers versus where it doesn't cover, because it's tracing myself versus, what's going on in the background, that type of stuff. But you can change it between performance and quality. And when you have it on performance, it actually kind of it does lower the quality of everything. But when you set it on quality, I just click and drag this all the way down, and all it does is give just a basic blur for the background. This is what it looks like off. And again, the camera itself is very, very clear. I'm very happy I decided to make this addition to my stream. I can leave a link to the camera through Amazon down in the description box below. I don't have any sort of affiliate through them or anything like that, so not making any money for myself. Just figured I'd give you guys the option if you wanted to see it. There is also the option for background replacement, removal, auto frame, and I honestly don't know what video noise removal is, but the auto frame is pretty cool. It zooms in on you, but as you're moving around, it will adjust to where you move to. But and you can change the zoom in level on yourself to back to the level where I had it with the other lens or background removal, then just removes the entirety of the background. But again, you're still going to get some of that choppiness and some of the screen tearing, because it's just a basic removal software. And then background replacement, you can add some sort of image or anything like that in there. I don't do that. I don't really like the look of it. That's just me. Again, it goes into a sort of like mock green screen, and to me it just looks kind of weird. So I leave it on just low background blur, nothing fancy, nothing like that. So going back into OBS, as far as like what settings or anything like that I use, I'm just going to run through all of my settings real quick. Okay, there we go. I don't know why I didn't think to do this before. Okay, now that you guys can actually see what it is that I'm doing, running through just basic settings, I stream to YouTube. I find it more beneficial to myself, my personal preference. You guys have your own, obviously. In output, I run through the Nvidia NVENC instead of X264. Obviously, I can't change this right now because I am recording the video, and once you have video output going, it does not allow you to change things like that. My rate control is CBR, and with YouTube, their bit rate allows you to stream up to 10,000 kilobytes per second. I have it at 6,000. I just feel with my internet and the fact that I'm only streaming on 1920 by 1080 and I'm only using, a 1920 by 1080 monitor, I don't need to have anything more than that. If I was trying to stream 4K or anything like that, then I definitely would use it. I'm actually going to change that back to better quality because when it's on slowest, to me, it kind of makes things seem laggy a bit. Then I have it set to high quality. But again, if you guys want to copy this and just adjust the bit rate to whatever you guys have, that's totally fine. I did run the maximum is 51,000 kilobytes a second. Mine, when I ran the tuning option, it put it at 10,000, and I don't need it that high because I don't stream in 4K or anything like that. So and then I did choose to ignore the streaming service setting recommendations because I want to be able to run my own and have them be what I want them to be versus what they're attempting to set them at. So, and then my video output is 1920 by 1080 at 60 FPS. And then again, in my audio, just have system and chat mic selected to differentiate those audio sources. And then the only other thing that I've done as far as something different than what other people will do, because I have 5 scenes on my stream, I think my camera keeps freezing, so I'm gonna need to reset that. Anyway, I only have 5 scenes, and so instead of buying like a stream deck or something like that, I just decided to purchase, or I didn't even purchase anything. I just decided to go off of like keyboard macros or keyboard routing. So I have it set to control 1, which I'll show you guys exactly what this does on my screen so you guys can see it as I do. So starting at control 1, that's my stream is starting screen. Then my live screen, this is usually a game, so usually doesn't look like that. It's usually, most of the time right now, it's been Call of Duty, so that's what's been in the background. Control 3 is to my just chatting screen. I just have a full screen so I can just hang out and talk to you guys. Control 4 is an intermission. Got to use the bathroom or got to help my wife with something, anything like that. That's what I run there. And then control 5 is the stream is ending. So I just figured that was easier for myself than attempting to have to program a stream deck and have more software on my computer and attempt to go through all those steps. Not sure if this video is helpful for anybody, but if it was, leave a comment down below if it helped you out. Or if there's any other videos that you guys would like for me to make, please comment down below, send me a message, whatever. Sorry, my video or my camera keeps freezing. I need to reset my camera. But that's all I got. If you guys have any questions, just video recommendations, anything like that, comment down below. But be sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that good YouTube stuff. And hope you guys have a good evening, good morning, good afternoon, whatever time of day it is for you. And I will see you guys in the next one. Have a good afternoon.